The prestigious Lagos Lawn Tennis Club, which is located very close to the Tafawa Balewa Square in Lagos State, was established in the year 1985 by Lord Lugard, the then Governor General of Nigeria. Today, the club has grown to be one of the most sought-after clubs in Nigeria, going by the standard it has set for its development over the years. The 16th of June 2017 witnessed another transition of power after 2 years of the Barrister Rotimi Edu-led administration, with a large turnout of members who were present to cast their votes for their preferred candidates.
Jungle.
The BOS crew was visibly on ground to capture the election proceedings, which was conducted in a free, fair, orderly and transparent manner. As required, before members of the prestigious club cast their votes, the electoral officers who had been carefully selected through a rigorous electoral process painstakingly explained the election procedures and also made sure that members of the club go through the process of accreditation before proceeding to cast their votes. The electoral officers for the 2017 Lagos Lawn Tennis Club included Dr. Tokunbo Adedeji, Chairman Electoral Committee, Mr. Wale Williams, Mr. Matthew Odili, Mr. Akin Olukbe Johnson, Mr. Ademola Akin Taylor, Mr. Charlie Cole, and Mr. Muftau Kolawole Adigun. The outgoing president, Barrister Rotimi Edu, who was absent, was ably represented by his vice, Prince Gbenga Lufadeju, who is also an aspirant for the office of the club's president. In an interview with the BOS crew, Prince Gbenga Lufadeju relayed the goodwill message of the president to the members to remain calm and peaceful all through and after the election in order to sustain unity and the interest of the club.
He is not around, and I'm acting for him as the president. And we had a video chat telling me what to do about the upcoming election. He naturally wants everything to be peaceful, and I assured him that everything is okay in the club because he has done very well. With that in mind, people are also coming to vote peacefully. And most of us are friends here. We play games together and we want to foster friendship, which is one of the key aims of coming to this club. So I want to assure you that we have matured members and everybody is comporting himself or herself. We are all law-abiding and I don't think we should worry for anything. Nothing.
At the event was the newly elected president of the Nigeria Squash Federation, Mr. Boye Oyerinde, who admonished the aspirants to work together to achieve success. He commended the electoral committee for the procedures. He also classified the electoral officers as men of integrity.
Well, there's always room for improvement. I mean, if you look at the squash facilities, just look around you. Everything can be improved upon, and I'm sure that's what everybody's striving for. We're expecting the incoming ones to take a good look at things, look at where changes can be made, and ensure that the club is well represented.
In an interview with the BOS crew, the aspirants commended the electoral procedure and spoke about their plans for the Lagos Lawn Tennis Club, if elected.
Then we'll look at youth tennis development program that's already partly on stream. We'll take take it to the next level. We want to partner with the secondary schools, starting from around the Lagos Island area, to galvanize increased interest in tennis among the young people, so we can create our own future Nadals and Djokovic and Federer and what have you. So many young people don't know about tennis. It's all football, football, football. So we'll go to the secondary schools and actually pitch for interest in tennis. And we'll give them kits and we'll bring them here. The program will include a few days during the school term every week, and then 10 straight days during the school holidays.
This is a tennis playing environment, and we need to have more tournaments in the club to get members more involved in playing tennis, and also to develop the youth tennis. We call them grow them young. My thing is that we'll develop, tennis comes first. We're going to develop tennis in this club so that everybody could enjoy the game of tennis, more tournaments, and everybody could play tennis. And also we look at the infrastructures. This club is about 120 years or plus more, and we need to find a way to develop the infrastructures of the club.
We're trying to vie for this position, to also remove the acrimony in the club, bring it back to where it used to be, try and develop tennis and our youths in tennis. Very important. Try and develop youth programs in tennis, not just about socials.
After the voting process, collation of votes was next, and this was done transparently, as agents of all the candidates were called out to witness the proceedings. After the collation of votes, the chairman of the Electoral Committee announced the winners of the election based on the total votes acquired by each of them. He later presented them to the members of the club amidst loud cheers by supporters of the winners.
Now for the position of president, two people, big competition. Lafo Olatero Olagbegi, a prince. Gbenga Lufadeju, a prince. He was a princely contest. Mr. Gbenga Lufadeju came top with 110 points, while Mr. Lafo Olatero Olagbegi came up with 98 points. 5 votes were avoided. So gentlemen, it is my pleasure on behalf of the Electoral Committee to announce that henceforth Mr. Gbenga or Prince Gbenga Lufadeju is the president of Lagos Lawn Tennis.
Mr. Sunday Igbenovia emerged as the assistant tennis captain. Mrs. Bolajoko Martins is the new bar and catering secretary. Mr. Ladi Olatunde is the new ex-official member. Mr. Nwaboise Obasi is the new honorary secretary. Mr. Ebison Rewani emerged the new vice president, while Prince Gbenga Lufadeju emerged the president of the Lagos Lawn Tennis Club. After the announcement of the results, Chairman of the Electoral Committee, Dr. Tokunbo Adedeji, thanked everyone for their patience, acknowledging that the Lagos Lawn Tennis Club is still the best among all the clubs. He encouraged all contestants who did not win to consider themselves winners and work together to achieve greater success.
This is one of the most peaceful elections that we have had in this club. I have been part of the election committee in the past, but today has been extremely impressive. All members have turned out as they've been guided by the Constitution and the AGM directives, and they have behaved very well. The election has been very quiet and very clean, and I am highly impressed, and we give glory to the Almighty for giving us the grace to be able to run a very quiet election like this.
The newly elected president, Prince Gbenga Lufadeju, thanked everyone, especially his opponent, who he described as his brother. He also commended the chairman of the Electoral Committee for making sure things went smoothly during the election.
Well, I also want to say that all the contestants were equally good. They were all good. They did very well. But at least somebody must edge out. And that's the way it is. But the purpose of this interview is to tell you that Lagos Lawn Tennis Club, as the premier club in Africa, is now set to move ahead to do so many things like promoting sports, like foster friendship among members, and make sure that this club is reckoned with by all and sundry. And all the clubs in Lagos Metropolis and beyond, we always look up to Lagos Lawn Tennis Club as number one. A lot of things that the past president, Barrister Rotimi Edu, has done, we want to build on that to continue. So many of the projects are still on, and we will continue in that memento so that we will not stop on the way. We will always finish all these projects, and God will help us to achieve that.
To crown the night of transparency, the Ebony Band serenaded the members of the club with good music as the new elected president danced around the club with some of the members of the club. The chairman, Biscon Communications, Prince Bisi Olatilo, and the entire BOS crew congratulates the newly elected officials of the Lagos Lawn Tennis Club, led by Prince Bengalu Fadeju, and we wish them a peaceful and progressive tenure.